Hello. Today we're going to be looking at the Space Jam kidnapping investigation. So after the Toon Squad successfully beat the Monstars, Bugs Bunny was seen leaving the arena. He then made it to the parking lot where Porky the Pig saw a van pull up next to him and shove him into the van. They then sped off, successfully kidnapping Bugs Bunny. Porky the Pig freaked out. He called the police. Then when the police arrived, they found this Acme box that was right next to where the van skirted off that said jet-propelled pogo stick. After interviewing fans and players, they then narrowed it down to five suspects, and then cross-referenced their DNA to the DNA found on the box to hopefully find the kidnappers. After then narrowing down their suspects to only 5, they then interviewed them for different alibis. The Tasmanian Devil said he was getting his shoes signed by Michael Jordan at the time. Daffy Duck said he was still in the locker room. Granny said she was feeding Tweety Bird. Sylvester the Cat said he was trying to eat Tweety Bird. And Sylvester's mom said she was driving home from the arena. The police then amplified the DNA found on the box with the DNA of the suspects on certain loci to then compare them to see who was the perpetrator. Here are the results of the gel electrophoresis on VNTR locus 1 and VNTR locus 2. So as you can see, each box represents a different allele that then can match up to each perpetrator. So in the first locus 1, we have an allele here that then matches up the Tasmanian Devil, and another allele that matches up the Tasmanian Devil. So the Tasmanian Devil could be a perpetrator due to locus 1. Daffy Duck cannot, since none of the alleles match up. Granny also has one allele that matches and a second one that matches to the evidence found in the box. Sylvester the Cat has one, but does not have the other, so he cannot be the perpetrator. Sylvester's mom has no loci or no alleles either that match up, so she cannot be the perpetrator. Now looking at locus 2, on the jet propelled pogo stick, we have 2 different alleles here. The Tasmanian Devil also matches up with 2 alleles on the same loci, so he is probably the perpetrator. Daffy Duck again does not match up. Granny again does not match up for the first time. Sylvester the Cat does match, but since he doesn't match on locus 1, he is not the perpetrator. And Sylvester's mom does not match at all again. Looking at this also, we can determine that Sylvester's mom is indeed his mom due to the fact that he at least has one allele that matches with her, indicating that she is definitely the mother. So looking at this again, we have the Tasmanian Devil could possibly be it, and so could Granny. And then over here, the Tasmanian Devil matches up again on both alleles. And the Sylvester the Cat matches up on both alleles over here. But since Sylvester the Cat did not match up on locus 1, the Tasmanian Devil ultimately is the perpetrator just because he matches up on both alleles on locus 2 and loci 1. So this makes him the kidnapper. These are my references that I used. Thank you.